semi-daily, nightly recap. We're going to make it really quick today, but a couple of things. One, I hope everyone enjoyed their weekend and it was spent entertained and safe. That's the first thing. The second thing is, if this is your very first time tuning in, meaning you've never heard one of ShortMeTina's videos before, you've never listened to us, do us a solid. In the comments section, just say hi. Let us know how you found us. And generally speaking, what difficulties are you running into when it comes to trading? And thirdly, if this is not your first time and you are a recurring listener, you tune in every single day because I do videos Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Every day that the stock market is open, you can expect a video from us. So if you are tuned in, dialed in every single day, I want to say from the bottom of my heart, thank you. So let's just get into the charts really quickly. I'm not going to babble like I generally do. So what we're looking at right now is the S&P 500, the SPY daily chart dating back to 2017. Really quickly, in my opinion, the SPY has been in a range since dating back to 2017 with minor quote-unquote hiccups. We kind of we bucked that trend here, here, and here, and most notably recently with a close of 288.80, we are above that resistance level of 280 to 282. So as long as we can stay above resistance, I have to be bullish on the overall markets. In addition to that, we are less than 2% away from all-time highs. So we battled back extremely from December lows of around 233 through 234, right? We're up about 25%, if not a little bit more, from the December lows. All of this, in my opinion, bodes well for the bulls, bullish price action. And today we did fairly well, closing at 288.80. So as long as we can stay above that resistance level of 280 to 282, I am bullish on the SPY. What else? All right, we have the IWM daily chart. Like I indicated in my last video on Friday, in my opinion, an inverted head and shoulder, which is a bullish pattern. Sitting here at 157.10, I'm expecting at least an overshoot. To make attempts at touching resistance, we can say the resistance level is this blue line here. It comes in at around 158 to 160. If we can break above that and hold, that would be great. My only caution right now, with really, well, we are in many respects net long in our portfolio. My only caution with this bull market is the fact that the IWM is actually lagging the SPY, right? So these are simply like IWM transports. These are supposed to be quote unquote leading indicators. And right now the IWM is not necessarily leading in my opinion. So I'm just waiting for it to catch up. Again, based on this pattern, inverted head and shoulder, we should catch up. If we can do that, again, break above this resistance level of 180 to, this resistance level of 158 to 160 and hold, you know, strap up. This bull market is it's back and it's here to stay, in my opinion, and that would be great. It's far easier, as I've indicated before, to be a trader on the long side. It's far easier to make monies in bull markets. All right, ticker PHAS daily chart. I love these low float runners. They're beautiful. They're great. So while we closed at 12.57, I believe in after hours it's trading at around $16. So huge move on the day and in after hours with ticker PHAS. I encourage everyone to put this on your watch list, right? We're clearly above resistance. Resistance clocks in at around 1340 based on the short-term chart. However, again, we're trading at around 16 in after hours. Pay attention to pre-market activity. Best case scenario is having the stock pull back, being able to catch it at that pullback level and see if it overshoots. I'm putting it on my watch list. You should as well. These stocks have the ability to put up 100, 200, potentially even 300% in a day or two. Everyone should have this on their watch list. What else? All right, and then we have ticker ZGNX daily chart. These are the type of stocks that are truly at the mercy of the FDA. Closed at 51.85. However, I believe one of their applications or their filings were recently rejected. The stock is off something like north of 32% on the day. The last print I see right now in after hours is $35.50, bringing it somewhere around here. So when a stock sheds around 30% in one day, it's a huge move, right? So for me, you want to give it time to settle. However, because it sheds so much, there's a possibility you're going to get that dead cat bounce what's telling is I would pay attention to what I highlighted here, which is the December lows of around $33. Let's see if that can stick. Because why? Because around December, recently in 2018, that's when the market was having a meltdown, right? That's when investor sentiment was at its like lowest or its weakest, right? So if it can hold that, great. If it caters through that, that just tells you that investors are kind of bailing. So that's what I'd be paying attention to going into tomorrow, that 33 level. All right, and then we have ticker GE off about 5% on the day. In total, closed at 949. Look at the legs on that. I kind of like that. So again, we bounced off a support. So just going into tomorrow for the remainder of the week, the month, etc. Let's just see how well that $9 level holds. Two things. There is a gap to be filled here at around $8.92, and there's a gap to be filled here at around $9.98. A lot of selling, but I'd be paying attention to $9. And then we have ticker ZSAN, another pharmaceutical company that got hit today, off about 21% in after hours. We closed in after hours. The last print I see right now is 401, which kind of gets us around here, the most recent lows in March. So going into tomorrow, see if that holds. If we can hold, definitely we'll get a bounce. If not, we don't have support coming in until like the mid threes. Again, once a stock sheds about 20% in sort of one day or so, you can always get your 8 or 9% bounce. So pay attention again to the most recent lows of around $4. We closed at 401, or rather the last print I saw in after hours is 401. So if that can hold, you potentially get your bounce to, again, that 9% bounce. What else? All right, and then we have ticker LOW daily chart. We closed at 115.79. This is actually a really beautiful chart. Anytime you see a chart like this, just say thing of beauty. I love it. So what I'm paying attention to now would be upcoming resistance of around 117, 118. Again, I wouldn't jump in here because it's made a huge move from the December lows of around $85. So I wouldn't jump in here, but it's definitely a stock you want to continue to monitor, because when it does eventually sell off, you want to grab it. You definitely want to pick this stock up on the next sell-off, because right now the chart is beautiful and you have investors that actually want to get into this. So putting this on my watch list for a potential long hold. What else? And then we have ticker TLRY daily chart off about north of 5% on the day, closed at 56.68. So we're finally breaking that support area here of around, let's say, $62 to $63. I remember several months ago doing a video on ticker TLRY when the stock was trading at around, let's say, in the mid 120s, 120, 130, somewhere around there. And in my video, I indicated that this stock was headed back to its breakout base when it first IPO'd in August of around $30-something. And I remember getting a lot of critique for saying that this stock was going back to 30s. I said, well, it's not going to happen overnight, a matter of time, but trust and believe that this stock will eventually gravitate towards its breakout base. And it's happening right now. Again, closed at 56.68. We may not quite get to 30s, but I'm projecting at minimum I see this touching the 40s at some point. I say that to say, although we've shed a lot from the most recent high of around 300, I still think that it has further decline, or it still has a ways to go. What else? All right, and so we're going to round it out with ticker SYMC daily chart. Let's just pay attention to when the stock gapped down about a year ago, back in May of 2018. So right here, sitting at 24.24, the stock is acting relatively bullish again. We're up from the December lows, the most recent lows of around $17. So it's made a very decent move, and we're actually breaking out. In my opinion, it's slightly above resistance of around, let's say, $23. So I'm definitely paying attention to whether or not it can sustain this move, which I believe that it can, because it took a while to actually break out. And I'm also paying to this gap here of around 28.63 that needs to be filled. Is this a decent area to jump in? Technically, I think it is. Would I jump in here? Absolutely not. I'd want to monitor the stock for a little, but as long as it can stay above that $23, $24 level, I still think you have potential of about $5 of upside. Again, $4 to $5. I can see this hitting 28 to 29. So that's kind of it. So in the shorter and intermediate term, I am bullish on ticker SYMC. And let's cap it there. Tina once again from ShortMeTina.com. If you enjoyed any portion of this video, I'd like for you to do 3 things for me. 1, comment in the comment section. A new batch of stocks. Do you agree with my analysis? Do you disagree with my analysis? Are you in any of these trades? Are you looking to get into any of these trades? Comment in the comment section. Let me know how you are doing, if you placed a trade, or just tell me how you're doing in general when it comes to your trading. That's the first thing. The second thing is, if you want to hear more videos like the one that you've heard here, then definitely head on over to our YouTube page at ShortMeTina and hit that subscribe button. Turn on notifications. Like I indicated in the beginning of the video, I do videos Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, Monday through Friday. If the stock market is open, if you'll have me, if you'll allow me, I will do a video every single day for you. That's just me. I like to give back, and it's fun. I like analyzing charts. I've been doing this for over 15 years. It's fun. It's not, I mean, call me crazy, call me corny, I don't know, but I like to analyze charts, maybe because I see dollar signs every time I see a potential. And the third thing is, if you want more value, like I indicated, I've been trading for a very long time. I've learned a few things. I've learned some things. So if you want to find out what this stock market veteran has picked up over the last 15 plus years, then head on over to ShortMeTina.com, sign up, become a member. Thank you for listening, and as always, thank you for the support.